YouTube.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, June.
I had problems like that. Didn't have no sound.
Oh. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon in parts east of California. I'd like to welcome you to UMA Community Clinic's weekly Wednesday yoga class. This class is suitable for most. We alternate between chair yoga. Today we're on the mat, but we alternate between chair yoga and yoga on the mat, and we learn ways, particularly when we practice chair yoga, to use movement without having to commit to getting down on the floor. So if you work in an office or have difficulty getting up or down from the floor, the chair yoga is a great alternative. And chair yoga is yoga. That's a hashtag. Chair yoga is yoga. They use it in schools when they can't take the children out, like 30 kids in a class out to the playground with yoga mats. They do it in at their desks inside the classroom. So it's very versatile. And we'll be doing that maybe next time, or maybe we'll do next time a hybrid of chair. Have a chair ready next week, y'all. But chair and mat yoga next week, okay? Thank you, Shalyn, for hosting us, and my returning visitors, Mel and June, and thank you, Evelyn. And also want to say thank you to the Jordan Downs Community Center. If you're here yet, welcome back. And couple of reminders just to take care of yourself as we do our class together, which means if you have any pains or injuries or are healing from something, to please listen to your body and take it slow. We don't want to cause any pain in yoga or any sort of movement practice, whether we call it exercise or just movement practice. We don't want to harm our bodies or re-injure ourselves if we've had some sort of injury. So be mindful of your body. Take a break whenever you need one. We will be taking breaks along the way, but if you need one in between of that, please feel free to serve yourself. And I'd like to acknowledge that I am on the Tongva and Gabrielino Nations land. This land was occupied by them and stolen from them by the colonizers and renamed Los Angeles. I want to give honor to them for taking such having such beautiful stewardship over this land before it was stolen from them. You can find out whose land you're on. If you're not here in LA, you can do a Google search for First Nation lands around the United States and see whose land you are occupying. And so we'll get started with just a grounding. Just however you're sitting now, let me turn the music off for now. So we start with just noticing the contact points of us to something else. So I'm on my stool right now. I'm going to move back onto the mat in a little bit. But I feel my feet on the floor. So notice where you feel your feet. If you're sitting on your mat and you're sitting cross-legged, you might feel the outside edge of your feet touching the mat, the pinky toe side, or we sometimes call it the blade side of your foot. You might feel that touching in the outsides of your legs if you're sitting on the floor on your mat. I feel the backs of my thighs and a part of my buttocks on the mat. My hands are on my thighs. And please take a few breaths here. We'll be breathing through the nose for our practice time together. So just slow inhales and exhales, and really pay attention to the movement of your body, the involuntary movement of your upper body as you take these slow, full, deep inhales. And we're filling the lungs all the way and then exhaling everything out when you're ready. So let's take 10 cycles of breath at your own pace, because our lungs are different sizes and capacities. So 10 inhales and exhales at your own pace. And while we're doing this, besides just feeling the movement of your upper body, listen to the sound of your breath. It may sound like ocean waves. After your 10th breath, and see if you notice a difference of your energy or spirit from just kind of shutting out everything else and just focusing on the breath. We just put a lot of oxygen in our body. So see if you feel any difference from that, or any it might feel, you might feel calmer or more energized, because a lot of times oxygen can energize us as well, because most of us are oxygen depleted or oxygen deprived. So see how you feel. We'll move into our sense of sight. Just look around the room that you're in and notice what you notice. Good morning, Wante. Welcome back. Notice what you notice. Textures, colors. Textures, colors, things. I'm still in a little bit of disarray since the painters left, but they are finito. Thank God it's over. It was easy and great, but now I have to reassemble my place. So look around and see what you see. Take notice of 3 like colored things that may jump out at you. So I'm going for yellow this time. I have some Lysol packets here right on the table, and they're bright yellow. So, and it's 3 of them actually. So I'm gonna name those. See what you, in a Reese's cup, the Easter egg shape. That's in a yellow wrapper too. So that's what I noticed. See what you notice. Same color, 3 things, same color. And this little yellow cat mouse toy. I just saw this. So that's my 5th thing. Sorry, I cheated a little. We'll move into the sense of smell. What do you smell? Coffee, juice. What do you smell? I mean, juice, flowers, perfume, or whatever you may have used to get ready for the morning. I did start a little diffusing thing happening over here. So it smells mostly like patchouli and what is it called? Cedar wood is what I'm smelling in here. We move to the sense of taste. Toothpaste for me, and some water after. See what you taste in your mouth. Juice, food, remnants of food. Sometimes when I take my vitamins, there's an aftertaste from those. See what you taste. And then our sense of touch. So let's right hand to the left shoulder. Let's just brush slowly down the right arm, all the way down to the fingertips. I've talked about using this technique. It's called havening for times of stress. So if you're feeling stressed, can just, it's not even a massage, it's arm brushes is what we also call it. Up by this left side of the neck, shoulder, left arm, all the way down to the left fingertips. And so noticing as you go down the feel of the fabric of the top you're wearing, or the skin if you have on a sleeveless top. Just see that. And so let's change left hand to right shoulder. Let's do a few of these on this side. So we're just really noticing, I mean, there's a benefit. We're noticing the fabric, thick, thin, rough, smooth, but this is also a technique to calm the nervous system. And then since we're doing this, we'll do the tops of the thighs. So just rubbing your hands forward towards your knees. If you want to go, I don't know how you're sitting right now, but down your legs you may. I'm going to move onto my mat in just a second. I've talked about doing the tops of the thighs if you're in a meeting that's kind of stressing you out, or, causing some aggravation. You can slowly, you don't have to do both thighs. You can just do one if you want, but that kind of helps to settle the nervous system. So that was using our sense of touch. We'll move into sounds. I hear the refrigerator motor and one lonely car going by. See what you hear outside. And then we'll come back to our focused breathing. And so I'm now going to get down on my mat. And we'll start with some cross-legged seated. And we are going to just do our seated stir the pot, this time on the mat. Let me just slide this up a little. So we're here, we're just gonna circle, see what you feel. Noticing the compression. So I'm leaning to my right. I notice my left buttock lift off the floor just a little bit, not a lot. But noticing right buttock lifting when I go to the left. Just noticing the compression points of you and your yoga mat, the sides of your feet. My hands are on my knees right now. And so just notice the contact points. And then moving the breath. So when you come forward, exhale. And when you come back, you may lean back, get a nice stretch across your back, hang onto your kneecaps. Or you may just come upright. But whenever you go backwards, just inhale there. And exhale forward. Moving the breath along. We're going to change directions. I want you to put your other leg in front or on top. And then change the direction of your circle. Again, exhaling when you come forward and inhaling when you come upright, or if you choose to lean back and get a stretch across your the upper back and the part of you around your shoulder blades. And noticing if you have any tension in your hip joints. I am speaking for myself. My right hip is tight. Both of them are tight, but I feel something there, something a little extra. I was on the plane yesterday all day long, so that is always a little bit constricting for me. It would be so great if I could come off of an airplane and roll right into a yoga class, but by the time the day is over, I'm just pretty much done. So I just come home, shower, and throw on my pajamas. Come back upright. We're going to place right fingertips or palm on the floor to your right. So right, straight out from your right hip. Lean on that. Keep the left butt glued on the mat. Bring the left arm up and over and hold. So you traditionally we'd be looking up toward the ceiling with this shape. For many of us, that is too much activity on the neck. So you may look out in the direction of your heart, outward, or you may look down toward the mat on the right side. And you also can move your head back and forth. You can decide what feels the best for you right now. You get to pick that. Reach far away with the left fingertips so you get a really deep stretch on the left side of your body. Keep the left butt cheek on the mat. If you're lifting off, you're losing your stretch and you need to bring the right hand in a little bit so that that left buttock stays planted. Checking on the breath. Really expand your lungs, big inhales. And then complete exhales. And then inhale both arms up, sit up tall. Let's recross the legs. And then left hand down, straight out from the left hip, right arm up and over. Reach the right fingers far to the left. Right butt on the mat. Your right butt comes up. Bring the left hand in just a touch. Reaching far, noticing any stretch sensation or lengthening under the armpit and the right side of your rib cage. We'll go back to the first side, recross the legs as you go. So right hand down, left arm up and across. Take some breaths here. Again, you may look down toward the floor, out towards your camera, up towards your ceiling, or move your head back and forth. Here we'll circle the left arm. So you can make wide circles or more vertical circles, smaller diameter or big diameter, your choice. And then inhale up, recross the legs again. Left hand down, right arm across toward the left. Glue that right butt cheek onto your mat. And hold there, reach and breathe. And let's circle the right arm, big or small, your choice. And then inhale, both arms up. I'm going to turn to the right, and then left hand touches right knee. Bring the right hand behind you. So you can be on your right fingertips behind you or your flat palm, right flat palm behind you, or you can wrap the right arm around your waist toward, right fingers toward the left hip. See that? And this gives a nice opening to the right upper chest and the right side upper chest and the right shoulder cap, which is the front of your shoulder. And twisting to the right and sitting up as tall as you can. Moving your head to either side a few times. Lengthening the spine upward. Twisting to the right. Checking in on your jaw. Relaxing the jaw muscles. So they're just there. And to do that, you can separate your top and bottom arches of your teeth from one another, and that will relax that jaw muscle, or those jaw muscles. Inhale, both arms up. We're changing the legs again. So other leg in front or on top. This time, right hand touches left knee. Twisting toward the left. Left hand is either flat on the mat behind you, on your fingertips behind you, or you may wrap around left fingertips toward the right hip in that direction. They don't have to touch the right hip area, but just in that direction. Sit up really straight. Check the facial muscles now that they're relaxed and calm. We're not frowning or like struggling or straining. The face is neutral. If you want to curl the edges of your mouth upward, you may. But I'm not asking for a forced smile. But if you would like to try that, you may do that. Sitting up tall and head movement or not. So you can look back and forth or position your head in one direction. And then come back to center. Let's stretch out our legs and shake, windshield wiper, or shake your legs, shake out arms, and check in and see how you feel, how your body feels since we began. And then wide legs, as wide as you can. That's not forcing any sort of pain on the inner thighs. Just sit up tall here, hands resting on the top of your legs, either by the shins, by the knee, on top of the thigh, flexing the feet up. So this, just doing this, we're getting a passive stretch on these tight, usually these muscles on the inner thigh are really tight unless we are doing like regular stretching or dancing or gymnastics. So this, if you're watching television, you sit even on your bed, you can sit like this. You can sit more relaxed on the bed if you want, but with the legs open, it allows a passive stretch to happen on these inner hamstring muscles here. So turning to your left, torso to the left, I want you to exhale, walk your hands down toward your left foot, look down toward the left knee. If you can reach around the left foot, go for it. I can't reach right now. I'm not warmed up enough, but you may be able to reach around the left foot with the hands interlaced around the left foot. Look down toward the left knee. The feet remain flexed and just hold here. We're twisting the torso toward the left, so we get a spinal twist. And you may feel a little extra stretch on the inside of the right thigh because we turned away from it. You may not feel it, but see if you do. And then I feel a little something on my right hip, my right buttocks. A little stretch. So looking down at the left knee, you may close your eyes if you like, halfway close your eyes if you like, or leave them wide open. The other choice is to actually look around the room. It helps us to orientate, even though we're at home. It helps us to orientate our surroundings, which can calm the nervous system. A smooth breath. Inhale, lift both arms up, and we're still turned to the left. Exhale, hands down on the floor. We'll do 4 more. Breathe in, lift, twisting to the left. Exhale down. Inhale, come up. This is 3. Sit up really tall each side. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And this is number 1. Breathe in, lift. We're gonna exhale and hold again forward, to the left. Hands on the floor. Look down toward the left knee and just hold here. You may feel a little stretch happening in the back of the left leg. We've been here for not long, but long enough for the muscles to kind of give way a little bit. Torso twisting left. Inhale, lift. Sit up really tall here. We're going to turn to the right and then exhale forward. So me just turning to the right, even before I went down, I felt a little extra stretch starting to happen in the left inner thigh. So even just turning my torso away without even bending forward, I felt a little something happen. Looking down at the right knee this time and hold here, twisting the torso to the right. Feet are flexed, relax your jaw and facial muscle. Check in with your breathing, that it's smooth and controlled. And then we'll lift, we'll do 5 of these. Inhale, come up, torso still turned to the right. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Reach up really tall. Exhale down. Here's number 3. Breathe in, arms up. Sit up straight. Exhale forward, down to the right leg. Here's 2. Lift, breathe in. Exhale down. And then here's number 1. Inhale, lift. We're going to exhale down and hover, not hover, but hands on the floor and continue to turn toward the right leg and just hold here. So this stretch is, again, the inner hamstrings are getting stretched, the backs of the legs, particularly whatever leg we're turned toward gets an additional stretch. And the opposite side, so in this case, our left side rib cage is getting a little extra, and the spine is in a sort of spiral, and so that helps to re-lengthen the spine. It's kind of early now, but later in the day, we kind of shrink a little because gravity pulls us down, and so our spine kind of shrinks a little bit, just temporarily. But these twisting yoga can help to re-lengthen the spine throughout the day. And then inhale, both arms up. This time we're going to exhale, hands forward. Palms flat or fingertips, your choice. You may also consider forearms down. I'm not warmed up enough for forearms down, so I'm just going to do what I can do. Now I want to show you the options. Look down toward the floor. So I mentioned before, using the fingertips down method helps over time to strengthen the muscles in the hands. So you can try that. Look down toward the floor, breathe through your nose. So this is a wide leg seated forward bend. Good for the backs of the legs, the entire back of the legs, and also a stretch for the low part of your spine. So if that part feels compressed or tight in the day, you can do a forward bend. It doesn't have to be so elaborate on the floor. You could do it in a chair. You've done it in a chair before. Inhale, lift the arms up. Reach up really tall. And then exhale forward. We'll do 5. So this is 5. Come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale forward. Breathe in, lift, arms up. Exhale, arms down, hands down. This is number 2. Breathe in, lift. Exhale forward. And last one, inhale, lift. And exhale down. We're going to hold again. So look down toward the mat so your neck is smooth. Long neck, long spine. Continue the focused breath. And then inhale, walk your hands back towards your body and bring your legs together. Sit up and then shake out legs and arms and see how things feel. And then we'll come to butterfly pose, which is soles of the feet touch, knees drop open. And then sitting up as tall as you can. So you can press the soles of your feet together, or you can allow your feet to, the blade side or the pinky toe side, to touch like a book. So you have a choice, soles touching or outside of the feet touching, your choice. And then sitting up tall, we'll just be here for a few breaths, checking on facial muscles, jaw, breath. While we're here, let's massage our feet. Okay. So I'll name some suggestions. You do what you like. You can take your knuckles and rub up and down the sole of the foot as best you can, especially the arch. You can massage with the thumb pads, really deep. Separate the toes, wiggle them. And do some gentle pounding with a soft closed fist. So when we do any kind of work, or whenever we tap our bodies, it brings an extra little surge of blood up to the surface of the skin. It's called, I don't know what it's called. After a lot of massages, the massage therapist will do that all over the back, and that brings up a flush of blood to the body. So just massaging your feet, taking care of your feet. The Achilles tendon connects the calves to the heels, or it's a big, thick piece of sort of cartilage. Massage that too. The ankles. And so passively, we're getting a stretch on the inner thighs and a hip opener while we give our feet a little bit of attention, okay? And then walk hands out away from your feet as far as you can. And you may do flat palms or fingertips or forearms, your choice. See what you can do. Look down at the feet, at your feet. And try to keep the spine long, even though we're leaning forward. We want a long spine and long neck. So try to take any curving of the spine out, like rounding the back. We're going to try to keep the spine straight and long. Just hold here. So this leaning forward, I feel some interesting things going on in my hip joints. Nothing painful, but just the difference from leaning forward. So this leaning forward adds a stretch to the low part of the back, okay? So again, if your back is tight, if your low back gets tight, you can always do a forward bend. Seated in a chair, seated on the floor, seated in the bed. It's a little squishy in the bed, but this can be done. Or seated on the mat. Lean forward, look down. Walking hands to the right. So both hands to the right and hold. So this is a spinal twist. Might feel a little extra pull in the inside of the left thigh and the left hip, something happening there maybe. Looking down toward the right knee so that your neck is long. And we'll go over to the left leg, walking hands around to the left side. Looking down at the left knee. Twisting toward the left. Smooth breath. And then come back to the middle to center. And then inhale yourself up, walk your hands back, and straighten out the legs and see how glorious that feels. Shake out legs, shake out arms. Then we'll recross the legs. Sitting up tall, bring the right hand to the left ear. Let your head drop to the right and hold. Smooth breath. Release the right hand, turn your head to the left. Lower your the gaze, look down toward the left side of you and just hold. Looking up and down to the left. A few times up and down. And then bring your head back to center. This time, head drops to the left hand toward right ear and hold. Breathe. And then release the left hand, turn your head to the right and look down toward the floor and hold there. Again, the spine is long and tall. The belly button is pulled in a little bit to activate the abdominal muscles a little bit. That also helps to stabilize us while we're doing this. And then looking up and down slowly. You may hear some sound in your neck. As long as there's no pain, all is well. And then look down on the right side and hold. And then lift your head back to center. Lift the right shoulder toward the right ear. And that's an inhale. Exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale, lift, right shoulder. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more. This is number 5. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale, left shoulder up. Exhale, left shoulder down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. This is 3. Inhale, down. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And this is number 1. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Both shoulders up. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Circle the left shoulder. Reverse the circle, left shoulder. Checking on your breath. And then circling right shoulder. And then reverse the circle of the right shoulder. And then bring shoulders forward. So curl your shoulders toward the front of you. And then shoulders back. So maybe bring the elbows back toward your side body. And curl shoulders forward. This is the exhale. Inhale, shoulders back. We're kind of crunching up the muscles of the back when you bring the shoulders back. Exhale, shoulders forward. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, shoulders forward. Inhale, shoulders back. One more time. Exhale, shoulders forward. Inhale, shoulders back. Release and stretch out your legs, shake out your legs. Your body scan, how are things feeling? How's your breath feeling? How's your energy level or relaxation level feeling? We're going to move to table. So hands and knees. If you need some padding and you don't have a towel right near you, you can always fold your mat, pull the mat, grab the edge of the mat and pull the mat down to make a triple fold. Okay, and you place your knees on that fold. And that adds a little cushioning. So coming to table pose. So let's start with toes curled under. I want you to lean your tush back towards your heels. Hands are flat, palms flat, arms are straight, fingers are spread wide. So we're just holding here, push a little bit back. We're giving a nice stretch to the feet primarily, but also the low back is getting a little something too, but this is for the feet. And I know it's not the most lovely feeling, but it helps open up, stretch the muscles of the feet that don't get a lot of movement in our daily walking. They move, but not in this way. So just notice how that feels. And yes, it is not the most comfortable, but breathe through it. It shouldn't be painful, but I know it's not a lovely feeling. I get that, but just breathe through it. We won't be here forever, which is good news. And then come to table and then tap the tops of your feet on the mat. That feels lovely. So this tapping, like I mentioned earlier, tapping the body parts brings extra blood flow. So that's a little icing on the cake for having our feet turn the opposite way, the agony of that. And then we'll come to a table pose, cat-cow. So knees are separated to your comfort. We're on the tops of the feet. Tops of the feet are flat on the floor as best as possible or flat on the mat. Again, the arms are separated to your comfort. Flat palms, fingers spread. Drop your belly toward the mat. Lift your head, take a breath in. So this is the cow. Imagine a cow, the sway back of the cow. That's what we're doing. We're gonna hold here to allow a little bit of release to happen along the spine. Lifting the chest while we're here. Taking some breaths. We're not craning that forehead up high because that puts a real serious kink in your neck. So we're just lifting the chin a little bit. The chest is lifting even more though. Hold here and breathe. So there's an arch in your back, and also you're getting a stretch on the muscles on the front of you, which is called the superficial muscles, I think. I always say that every week, and I mean to ask Evelyn, and then I forget. But all the muscles in the front torso, they're getting a little stretch as well. So holding here and breathing. And then let's reverse that. So exhale, lift the spine up toward the ceiling and curl the chin to chest and push down with the hand. So straighten the arms and lift your spine in an upside down U. And hold here and breathe. Then we'll go the other way back to cow. Inhaling. Chin lifts a little bit, chest lifts a lot, arch the back, hold here. Breathe and hold. And then reverse into cat. Angry cat, Halloween cat, scary cat. Push the back upward. Exhaling and chin to chest, and then resume your breath. And then inhale, we're going real time now. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more together, then I'm going to let you go on your own timing. Breathe into cow. And then exhale to cat. And do a few rounds on your own at your speed and your breath rate. Two more. And then come back to stillness, into table. Gonna do a shoulder and shoulder blade stretch. So it's called thread the needle. This is for the shoulders and the arms. So we're still in table pose. Inhale, lift your right arm up, look up toward the ceiling. Exhale the right arm along the floor, right fingers toward the left. Bring your right shoulder down onto the mat, right cheek down onto the mat. And so hold there. The left arm can stay just the way it is, or you can stretch it out, palm or left palm away from the top of your head. Or you can wrap the left hand down to the low spine, back of the left hand to the low spine. Try that. Hold here and breathe. So I want to talk about the shape. It's an inversion. Your head is lower than your heart. Your heart has an easier time pumping blood up towards your brain, which is, brain is happy right now because a lot of oxygen is going in that direction. You're in a spinal twist. As I mentioned, spinal twists help to re-lengthen the spine when they get compressed throughout the day. And the backs of the thighs and the buttocks is getting a stretch as well. So hold there, move the breath, slow and easy breathing. If you wrapped your left hand behind you, you're getting a little extra stretch in the left shoulder cap as well. The top of the left shoulder in front of the armpit. And then left hand down flat. Gonna inhale, unravel the right arm, lift the right arm up, twist it up toward the sky. And then right hand on the mat will go directly to the left side. Breathe in, left arm up, look up. Exhale, left arm along the floor, left shoulder down, left cheek down, and then get settled in and hold here. And take 3 more breaths here. And then next breath in, lift the left arm, twist left arm up, and then left hand on the mat. You're gonna come into down dog from here. So curl your toes under. Inhale, palms are flat, by the way. Inhale, lift your tush. And we'll pedal the legs. So like a bike, bend one knee, straighten the other, then change. Downward dog is said to be one of the 4 resting poses. It is also an inversion. Our head is lower than our heart. We're going to walk our hands back toward our feet. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. We're going to hold here in a standing forward bend. And you can touch the floor. You can hang onto your ankles if you want, or just let your arms dangle, your choice. And then walk your hands up your legs for support. Come up to standing. That was an inhale. So we move into mountain pose, which feet are parallel and apart to your comfort. Standing up straight. The hands can either face your thighs or outer thighs, or face forward. This is mountain pose. This is one of the 4 resting poses, and I believe this one. So hold here. Do a body assessment, how things are feeling. And let's do some twists. So allow your hands to actually tap your body. Again, the tapping brings a little extra blood to the surface of the skin, the parts that you're tapping. So each time we're twisting, it's a spinal twist, which helps again, depending on how you feel right now, to lengthen the spine a bit if it's feeling compressed. And then come back to center. Bring your arms up and over your head. We're going to grab right hand. We're going to, grab the left wrist with the right hand. And then exhale over to your right. So right hand grabs left wrist, leaning over to the right side. If your left shoulder has come forward for assisting the shape, pull it back. We're doing a side bend. And inhale to center. Left hand grabs right wrist. Exhale to the left. Right shoulder stays back. If you want to pull the right arm a little bit to add a little stretch, a little extra lengthening. See how you're feeling around the shoulder, right shoulder blade. And then let's inhale to center, back to the first positioning of the hand. So the right hand grabs the left wrist. Exhaling over to the left, left shoulder stays back. Pull the left wrist a little bit if you like. And then come up to center and one more time. Left hand, right wrist, lean to the left. And then come back up to center and then lower the arms. See how they feel coming down. Circle the shoulders again. Either way, we're going to go both directions. So circle. And then reverse the circle. We'll come into triangle pose. So separate your feet. Separate your feet. Right foot turns right. Arms go horizontal. And then reaching with the right fingers to the right, left butt goes the opposite way. I'm going to tip right hand to right shin, right hand to right foot, right hand to the floor, whatever you got. I'm going to stay up by my right, not on my right knee, but up high on my shin near my right knee. And the left arm is straight up. So we would look traditionally up to the left, to the arm, whatever arm is up the upper arm, but which would be our left arm here. But you may also try looking out in the direction of your heart toward the camera, or looking down toward the right foot. Find where you can position your head to feel the best. Okay, hold here. This is triangle. So side stretch on the left rib cage, both backs of the legs are getting a stretch. Okay. Inhale, come up. Arms go horizontal. Right toes to parallel. Left toes out to the left. Reaching with the left fingers. Right buttock goes the opposite way. Left hand on left shin or down toward left foot, left ankle, the floor. Again, you may look up traditionally. So me looking up to the right is much more comfortable than when I looked up to the left. So just noticing the difference. So you can look up traditional, out toward the camera, down toward the left foot, you may pick. Back to the legs are getting a stretch. Left side rib cage, this time it's getting a stretch. And then come back up, both arms out to horizontal, parallel the feet, bring the feet together. We'll rest in mountain pose for a couple breaths. So feet are parallel, you can have them close together if you like. I like mine separated so I have better stability. You get to pick your body, you get to pick. We'll move into tree pose, which is a balanced pose. So versions of tree. You can simply, feet are parallel. You can simply lift the right heel. And that's tree. You can turn the right knee out on the right ball of the foot, slide the right arch to the inside left ankle. And the right knee is out. Okay, pull in the belly button. You can bring right foot up to the inside of left calf. You may bring right foot up to the inside of left thigh. I cannot do that one because my foot always slides down no matter what pants I've worn over the years. So that's what that looks like. You can hold the leg up or let it, if you can handle it without holding it, do that. And you can also cross the right leg, right ankle over the left thigh. And something for stability just to show you. You can do that holding the right foot with the left hand or letting it go. So that's the tree. Let me show you the hands. Prayer, V shape, like funnel. Prayer hands above your head. Horizontal, like we did for like Warrior 2 and Triangle when we first started. Bring them down to an upside down V. I'm gonna turn around. Prayer hands, fingers down. Prayer hands, fingers up. Hang on to each opposite wrist. Knuckles, elbows, your choice. The elbow one, you get a lot of stretch in the front, across the chest and around the fronts of the shoulders. So those are the arms. Pick your feet, legs, pick your arms, hands, and just hold there. I'm gonna go with a little baby tree for now. A drishti is the Sanskrit word for focal point. So you can look at something out away from you on your floor or on the wall to use to help with stability. So drishti is that focal point, is the Sanskrit word, which means focal point. And sometimes that helps with the balance. It's okay to sway because that is working muscles. But if you want, you can choose a drishti. It could be like a spot on the wall or something on the floor. And then we'll change sides. Kick out the right leg, set the right foot down, and then choose your position of your left leg and the hands you're going to use for that. Checking in with the breath and the jaw. So this is tree pose. Tree pose in all of its variations of tree. I said tree, that is not what I meant. Yeah, that is what I meant. Oh my God. It's called the wrong pose name. And here we are. And then when you're ready, left foot down, shake out arms, shake out legs. We're gonna go back onto the mat. Come onto your back for a little bit of a stretch. We have a few more minutes. When you come down, bring your knees to chest and hang on to one hand with the corresponding knee. So you can stay here stationary, or if you want a little back massage or hip massage, you can rock back and forth and see how that feels. Go all the way to either side, and that gets the fleshy part of the hip involved. A little massage for that part. Or you can stay more on the back surface of your body, which kind of isolates that massage feeling more on the low part of the spine, the lumbar part. So this is a nice massage method. And again, if you go all the way to either side, you're including the fleshy part of the hips, because that's going to be on the floor. Or you can stay more with the legs more upright versus all the way to either side. So hopefully that feels nice. Left foot on the floor, extend the right foot up. You can hang on to the right thigh or right knee or right calf, whatever you want to do. Flex the right toes and just hold here. Let's exhale, lift your head, forehead toward the right knee. Lift your upper back off the mat. Inhale, come down. We'll do two more. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. And one more. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Right foot onto the floor. Lift the left leg. Hold on to it or not. You don't have to hold on to it if you don't want to. Left toes are flexed, right foot is flat on the floor, right knee is up toward the sky, because sometimes the part we're not working on, it'll start to droop over. So we want to hold that, even though it's not a part of our focus, we want that right knee straight up. Exhale, lift your head towards your left knee. 3 of these. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. And 1 more. Exhale, lift. And inhale, down. Lower the left foot onto the mat. We're going to windshield wiper the knees. So knees go whatever direction together, side to side. This is nice. Again, it's a little bit of a quick spinal twist as we go back and forth. And also a nice concentrated massage on the lumbar part of our spine. Let's see how you feel. And then we'll move into final rest. So you may, corpse pose is just legs out and apart, arms out and apart from the side body, palms up. If this is too much on your low back or too much vulnerable feeling, you can, for the low back, separate the feet wide and drop the knees together so they support each other. That changes a lot for the low spine. If you'd be more comfortable on one side, favorite side, bottom arm is a pillow, knees come up high so that your side corpse is supported. If the legs are straight, you have to work on staying on your side body. So this is a point of final rest. So we want to bend the knee so that we can rest. You can drape your upper arm, just let it go down the side of the body, whatever. I'm laying on my right side, so my left arm is just casually draped on my left side, with my left hand hanging to the back of my left thigh. So hold here, whatever position is for you, you hold there, and we will do a little called yoga nidra. It's yogic sleep, but we're not going to go into the whole thing because I don't have time. We have to do that one class. We'll have to do a yoga nidra session. So just relaxing the body, settling onto the mat, whichever way you are, being on side body or back body. Doing a body scan and noticing how you feel. Checking on the breath. Has the breath changed at all since we started? Allowing your body to settle. Wiggle your toes and fingers. If you're laying on your back, if you're laying on your side, turn onto your back. Everyone, big breath in and take a stretch, arms up overhead, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch. And then exhale, knees to chest. And then turn onto one side and hold there. And when you're ready, push up to seated. Good morning. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming. May you be happy. May your life have meaning, and may you be an instrument for social change. Does anyone want to say anything? Unmute and say whatever you'd like or questions.
Thank you, DeJur. As usual, I enjoy your stretch.
Thank you, June. I appreciate your support and continuing to come back. Thank you, Evelyn.
Thank you, everybody. Always wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you.
And I'll
Fantastic.
thank you so much. And next week, have a chair nearby. We're going to do we'll do a little combo of chair and mat. And thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Shalyn and Uma Community Clinic, for having our class, for hosting.